Hello, hello again. So we're just on and we're having a little bit of some technical difficulties because you have to love technology sometimes. This is Ann Pennington, Mrs. USA Earth. We're going live today, Green Queen Chats, talking about sustainability, talking about women in fashion, some sparkliness, and all those fun things. So I've had an amazing summer traveling not only in the United States, but abroad. I had the opportunity to meet and greet with phenomenal companies in technology. They're helping our carbon footprints. And I got to meet with some phenomenal secondhand companies in Paris, the fashion hub of the world. And today I get to speak. What my favorite thing is supporting women, women-owned companies, empowering women. And I said before, we play so many different roles, we wear so many different hats, we're so involved in our communities, at home, but also furthering ourselves. And the lovely lady that we're gonna have in the video today has a passion for something I love a lot, is a lot of sparkle. And why we're gonna talk about what sustainable fashion, but also sustainable jewelry. I know, it's interesting, right? So let's find out what sets her apart from the others and why jewelry can be sustainable. So what's really exciting, as I said before, repurposing things. I've done a lot with my gowns, with so many items that I've worn, to reuse them and to really cut down on consumption, and how we shop has been really important. I did my tour as well, speaking to many youth about consumption. If we all just took 9 months to not consume anything, our footprint would be, we would just clean the earth up so much. So just let me add, Valdine, I see you. I push go live. Let's see if we can get you in. So we're just trying. And so this weekend also, we're having Picnic with a Purpose. Oh, hello.
Can you see me now?
You and I can hear you.
Perfect.
How are you?
I'm glad. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
And we're so excited to have you. And, one of my favorite things ever is I love jewelry. I think it's an expression of women, and we want to hear so much. So please introduce yourself. Tell us all about you.
Sure. Okay. So my name is Valdine, and I'm the owner of Gerard Rene, which is a jewelry company that I named after my grandfather. Yeah, it's been a very interesting experience. How I got into jewelry, basically. I've always loved jewelry my entire life, and my mother always had a huge collection of jewelry. And one of the things that we used to do together is watch JTV, Jewelry Television. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but yeah, so that was one of the things that we used to watch together. So I think that's where my love of jewelry kind of started. And over the years, I've just fallen in love with sketching and designing and doing research on different stones and different stone cuts and things like that. And for me personally, I've designed and upgraded my engagement ring 3 times. So I've been married to the same guy, but I've upgraded my ring 3 times, and just put a lot of thought and sentimentality into every single detail of every piece that I've ever designed. And I kind of want to, with my business, provide that same sort of transformation for other women.
Oh, I love that. So tell me, how long have you been doing this now?
So generally, I've been designing for as long as I can remember. I've always had a pencil in my hand, just sketching and designing, and, just looking for, whatever is like the most modern type of style. And as far as designing for others, I've designed for myself and just for, friends and family here and there. But the company is new. I decided to go into business for myself, just to, just provide the same sort of luxury experience that I've always, given myself, and that's the direction that I decided to go in.
I love that. So, it's so important as women. Sometimes we have all these ideas. We're taking care of the home, maybe family, maybe a different job, maybe education. So what gave you the courage to take the plunge into this with not working in it full time before?
I think what gave me the courage was just, I tend to be a little bit impulsive by nature. I'm an Aries. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but, sometimes when I just have an idea that's bugging me and I just want to kind of, dive into something, I just do it. And, I had a lot of support from my parents, from my husband as well, to go into this business. And yeah, that's essentially what it is. I want to be able to, provide a great life for my family, for my daughter. I have a toddler. And so, why not do it by doing something that I love and that I'm passionate about?
I love that. I think it's special because sometimes I think we doubt ourselves about, what avenue or maybe a different direction we want to take in, whether it's, education or having a family or a job or whatever. So I love, love, love so many things. And my husband's like, you have to hone in on one, but I'm like, why just one? Like, why not everything? So that's really exciting. Do you have your engagement ring to show us?
I do. So here it is. So it's a
Beautiful.
6-carat emerald cut. Thank you so much. Yeah, I designed it, and literally every single detail about it has a meaning. So I'm not sure if you can see in the camera, but
It's gorgeous.
thank you. So, for example, like I have mermaid prongs. My husband and I had our wedding in Florida, so the mermaid prongs kind of symbolize that. The prongs are set north, south, east, west. My husband and I were long distance for the majority of our relationship. So the north, south, east, west to me kind of symbolizes, all the traveling that we were doing while we were together and, trying to, make a life together. There are other, kind of details that, are sentimental and kind of private to me. But yeah, these are essentially the details that I went into this, and every single ring that I've ever designed, whether for myself or for someone else, there's always like a sentimentality to it. And I put a lot of thought and a lot of my heart into it.
Oh my God, this is so sweet. I mean, it made me cry. So as being a Mrs. and representing a Mrs. pageantry, you hear this? So all the Misses who are watching, and they're going to watch this later, if you want to do some kind of upgrade or change things out, you can work with this amazing woman and have all these sentimental values, because I feel jewelry too gets passed down a lot. Well, I got a lot of my mother's jewelry and my father's, and which I love doing was repurposing. So tell us, you work with that. You've done your ring, but other items you've done that have been repurposed.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do offer jewelry repurposing for people who maybe you have an engagement ring and there's so much sentimentality behind it that you don't want to get rid of it, and you don't want to wear it as a right hand ring. You can always make it into a necklace. So I definitely provide that service. And yeah, I think that to go to your point of being sustainable and ethical, that's a wonderful option to be able to utilize. Having jewelry instead of buying something new, maybe just using what you already have to make something beautiful.
Yeah, I read something actually just recently that the most sustainable thing you can buy is a repurposed diamond. So a diamond that's already been cut, mined, and sold on the market. So I was like, oh, this is phenomenal, because if you read the footprints, carbon footprints of diamonds, it's very interesting how it comes from, where it comes from. But tell us, because I've read a lot about lab-grown diamonds, which is really interesting. Do you work with those as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, I love working with lab-grown diamonds. A lot of people have a lot of misconception about it. They consider it to be like a fake diamond, but it's absolutely not fake at all. It's made from the exact same chemical properties as a natural diamond. It just happens that, we live in modern technology where we're able to create the same exact substance that naturally occurs on Earth. You can now do it in a lab and have something that's just as beautiful and more affordable and more, accessible to people who love diamond jewelry but maybe can't afford the natural option. So yes, I totally work with lab grown. I work with moissanites as well, which I also love. And yeah, I love all jewels, but definitely lab-grown diamonds are a favorite of mine to work with for sure.
And do you have something special that you're working on right now that you can share with us? Special project, special piece of jewelry?
Right now, I'm actually really excited. I'm working on a 10-carat anniversary wedding set for somebody. Yeah, so it's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait for my client to see it once it's ready. But yeah, it took a lot of time designing and sketching it and making sure that it was absolutely perfect for her 10-year anniversary. So 10 years, 10 carats, that was the idea behind that. And so yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait for her to get it. And once she has it, can't wait to post about it and post about the experience. But yeah, that's what I'm working on.
So exciting. I mean, I've been married for almost 20 years, so maybe I'll get a 20-carat diamond this year. So some people may not know, the Diamond District and how the process works. So maybe you can walk people through kind of how the process works to make something with you.
Yeah, sure. So basically you reach out to me either through my website or through DM on Instagram or Facebook, and you reach out to me with your idea. and I sketch something for you, and then we go through the process of, you put down a little bit of a deposit, and I provide unlimited revisions of that sketch. So if you don't like whatever I've sketched for you, or you change your mind about what it is that you want, you have unlimited revisions with me until you're absolutely satisfied with what you see. And so once then, I go ahead and I source whatever stone you like. So maybe it's not diamonds, or maybe it's not moissanite, maybe it's sapphire, or maybe it's morganite, but I go ahead and I source and I inspect every single stone that comes my way. And then we go through the process of having it set. Prior to that, I do provide the CAD rendering, and I do provide also a 3D video so you can see your ring come to life. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Once you're happy with everything you see, you get it delivered. I do offer free shipping for those of us in the US. So yeah, that's essentially my process.
I'm excited. I'm like, oh, I want to make something. So, what has been your favorite thing that you've made besides your wedding ring that you've designed that's been really special?
My favorite thing, I don't get the opportunity to work with black diamonds a lot. I did have a client who is she's very like goth. Okay. And so she wanted a ring that was symbolic of that. So got a chance to source some black diamonds, and they were beautiful, lab grown, and they were beautiful. Okay. And yeah, so that's been my favorite project, I would say, other than my own ring, of course. That's so
exciting. And do you have any other jewelry you can show us right now, or anything else?
So everything that I do is handmade. So I don't have anything else on hand right now. But I always love kind of, showcasing on my Instagram page all of the different pieces that I've made, designed, or what have you. So feel free, everybody, to check out my Instagram page so you can see more of more designs and more things that I can make, for sure.
I love that. Yeah, because in our industry, in pageantry, I mean, we love the sparkle. I think our blood type is sparkle. So for everyone who's watching and gonna watch, please, follow Instagram. And can you tell everybody your Instagram, how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, sure. So my Instagram is Gerard Rene Jewelry. And you can also find me at Gerard Rene Jewelry on Facebook as well. And my website, gerardrene.com.
Okay. So, there's so many people in the industry, selling jewelry. And so what sets you apart from the other competitors?
I would say that one thing that's different about my company compared to other companies would be the philanthropic piece of my business. My family is from Haiti originally, and so I made a commitment to donating a portion of the proceeds from my business to a children's charity in Haiti that supports children by providing 1 meal a day and a year of school tuition. So I'm very transparent about that, and I do plan on having other charities that I donate to in the future. So yeah, that's what sets me apart. It's not just about money for me, it's about helping people and, just giving back to the community in any way that I can.
Yeah, I think this is what's so special, what drew me to you, because, for all of our viewers, we had a chat beforehand, and I was like, wow, that's so special because, not a lot of people think about everybody else, and what connected us is my son's school. We raised funds and they built a school in Haiti, and when I heard that part, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. So if you are looking to buy jewelry in the future, to any of our viewers, it hits home. It's special, it's full circle. So think about who you want to shop with, and you definitely check this phenomenal woman out. Not only is she beautiful and sparkly, but she's giving back full circle, and this is what I love about you. So I feel like you should join our pageant. So would be a perfect missus. So if you can leave us with anything else you want to talk about, we'd love to hear, but also one word that describes yourself and what you do.
I would say one word would be resilience. And the reason why I chose that word, I think that people and women in general, I think we're a lot more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. I'm entering into a business with a lot of competition, and it can be very difficult. It can be kind of difficult difficult to say the least, but I'm doing the best that I can. And, you know, I pride myself on being as resilient as I can, despite all of the challenges, not just with the business, but also, you know, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I also have, you know, a full-time job on top of that. I wear many hats, but I do my best to be as resilient as possible, and I try to give myself a little bit more credit for that. And I think other women too, we need to give ourselves more credit for everything that we put on our shoulders.
I just was with somebody today, and we had this whole conversation earlier about, you know, I'm dusting but like the baseboards and like spider webs today, and you know, most people like, you know, don't think about that, but like it took like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So, you know, we wear so many different hats, and we do so many different things, and we kind of just forget, you know, all these special things that make us who we are. And that's what I really loved about your, you know, who you are, your jewelry. And when I got to know you a little bit, I was like, you're phenomenal. You really are. So, you know, we'd love for you, you know, to design something for the Mrs. USA Earth Girls. This would be so special. And especially for anybody who's, I'm going to post this to my other accounts. You know, when you're shopping, I know the holidays are coming up. You know, we have Rosh Hashanah this weekend. We have Yom Kippur. We have, you know, so many different holidays coming. Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Like, there's always a reason. I feel jewelry is also such a special piece because it gets handed down. So, you know, it's worth it.
Very true.
You know, I always said, like, some people don't know why the wedding ring is on the right hand finger. And I love that it leads to our heart. It's a straight connection. I'm sure you know this, but I always thought that was so special. So jewelry really is special. So please, ladies, if you're looking for a special piece or just, you know, want to spoil yourself or buy someone a, you know, a special gift, please reach out to Ladine. She's amazing. She's wonderful. And what else would you like to leave us with before we log off?
I would say the only other thing that I would have left to say is that I'm very, very excited to, you know, get into this journey and help people to create beautiful pieces that they're going to be able to wear for a lifetime and pass down to their children. And, you know, that's also important to me as well, just being able to leave a legacy through jewelry. And so that's what I'm excited about. And, you know, like I said, I put everything into every piece that I design. And so, you know, if you work with me, you're definitely in good hands because I definitely put my all into everything that I do.
I cannot wait to see the piece that you're creating, the 10 carat. I'm going to be stalking your Instagram.
You're going to love it, I promise. It's so beautiful.
Oh, I can't wait. And if any chance you can do some sneak peeks or like behind the scenes, like I'm sure we'd all love to see that. So
for sure.
Okay. I'm going to be like, oh, please, please. I know I'm going to have to get another job. But in the meantime, it was so wonderful to connect with you. It's so wonderful to share the story with my viewers, my pageant community. And I look forward to, you know, hopefully working together soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Of course. So we will sign off, but I will hopefully see you soon. And then to everybody else, have a wonderful and sparkly week.
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. So that sums up our first chat with all things green, sustainable jewelry, philanthropic, and just, you know, women who support women. So that's so important to me, especially in this day and age. Just like she said before, you know, we wear many hats, we're doing so many things. So she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. So follow her Instagram, and I hope everybody's having a great week. Shouting out to all my sister queens. I can't wait to see you in only a few months as I give up my crown. But in the meantime, sending lots of love, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.